Akshita's Recipes. Thank you so much for being here today. So today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite chocolate recipes, which is the Snicker bar. So we're going to make the Snickers at home. It's super easy, super simple and pure veg. So there's not lots of cooking involved, just a little bit, and it's really delicious. So let's just jump straight ahead into today's amazing delicious recipe. So friends, let's start with today's delicious Snicker bar recipe. Now here I've taken 1 cup of peanuts. So I've just divided them into 3 halves so that I can cut them up well. And I'm going to chop them up to a very fine but coarse powder like this. You should have little bits of peanuts. That's why don't grind it in a mixer, but you need to have this coarse kind of a peanut texture. And I'm just going to empty this into a large mixing bowl. So watch the video till the end for a few tips on this recipe too. And in this way, I've cut up the entire 1 cup of peanuts, a little at a time. So this is the second half. Now roast your peanuts, and if you have the peel on, then peel them, let them cool down and then chop them up. Or you can buy ready-made roasted peanuts too. So now that my whole 1 cup of peanuts is done, we're going to add some few ingredients. So I'm going to start by adding 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. Next goes in half a cup of peanut butter. You can use the smooth peanut butter or the crunchy. A pinch of salt. Now this is 2 teaspoons of honey, but you can also use maple syrup, pancake syrup, or even ready-made caramel Hershey syrup. Now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of vanilla essence and 2 tablespoons of melted butter. All we have to do is now mix this mixture really well. So we're going to call this our nougat mixture. So mix the ingredients thoroughly. Now here I've just lined my microwave dish with some baking paper or parchment paper, and I'm going to add this nougat mix to the dish, and I'm going to just smoothen it out and flatten it out completely. This is going to be the first layer. So flatten it out at the best that you can. And now we're just going to add half a cup of roasted peanuts. 1 cup of roasted peanuts on top. So I've just taken each peanut and divided it into 2, and then I'm adding it. I'm going to just press it down and now put it into the refrigerator. Now while that is chilling in the refrigerator, we're going to prepare our caramel sauce. So to a pan, I've added 1 cup of sugar. We're going to cook this on a low to medium heat, and when the sugar starts to melt, you're just going to mix it up with your spatula like this. We're going to stir this till all of the sugar melts completely. That's very important, that you get a very smooth kind of a consistency. And once you get this consistency, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter, which is at room temperature. And you're going to mix in the butter too very well. And now just one more ingredient to go, and that is 1/4 cup of fresh cream. And you're just going to mix all of this really well till you get a beautiful smooth kind of a texture with no lumps. And that's your caramel sauce all ready. So now you can take out the tray from the fridge and add this beautiful thick caramel sauce on top. And then you're just going to smoothen it out. And now we're going to refrigerate this for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Now after 15 to 20 minutes, it's completely set. So now it's time to demold and cut up our bars. So take off the parchment paper from the sides. And now you're just going to chop them up into small thin pieces like this, like a small Snicker bar would be. And then cut it in the center. So you get these beautiful bars already. Just smoothen out the edges to give it a little bit of a shape. And then you're going to refrigerate this for about 15 to 20 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm just going to melt some milk chocolate compound. So here I've taken 400 grams of chocolate compound, cut it up into small cubes, and I've put it on a double boiler. And I'm just going to melt this. And now our caramel, the peanut and caramel square Snickers are all ready. Now all we have to do is complete them by dipping them into this beautiful melted milk chocolate. Now generally it's in milk chocolate, but if you're a lover of dark chocolate, you can also use dark chocolate compound. But Snickers goes well with milk chocolate. It gives you the perfect Snicker bar taste. So now that my chocolate is completely melted, with the help of 2 forks, first I'm just going to take the bar and dip it into this beautiful rich sauce. And then with the help of 2 forks, I'm just going to coat it evenly on all sides. And I'm going to then lift it up and drain off all the excess chocolate. And then we're just going to place it back on the tray. And I'm going to do the same with all of this. And once that part is done, you're just going to refrigerate this for about 15 to 20 minutes or until the chocolate is nice and set. But I would recommend that you keep it for at least an hour, then you get those lovely chilled Snicker bars, which I like. The preference is yours. So in this way, I dipped all of them into the chocolate. And at any point of time, if your melted chocolate starts to harden up, just put it back onto the double boiler till you get a lovely smooth flowing consistency. Don't add anything to the chocolate compound. And that's it. After setting it for about an hour, our lovely Snicker bars are all ready. And since they're too big to eat, so I just chop them up into smaller bits. That way you just get some bite-sized Snicker bar pieces. So you don't eat a whole lot of it. But you can cut it up into smaller pieces so you get more and you can have a little and enjoy. That's really easy. Don't you just want to go and make it right now? So do that, and let me know in the comments section how your Snicker bar turned out. My family just loved it, and I got such a lot of such a big quantity of Snicker bars because I cut them into smaller pieces because it is heavy to have one big bar. So I cut one bar into about 3 pieces. So now we have a whole big box of small Snicker bars, which are just enough to have after a meal, or when you're just hungry, you just you just crave for something sweet. Now one tip I'd like to give you here is that you'll be very tempted in the initial stage, instead of chopping up the peanuts, to go and just grind them in your mixer. But I ask you not to do that, because once you grind it in the mixer, there's a little bit of the heat that gets created, and the whole texture of the peanuts become a little different and they're a little on the warmer side. So I suggest that you just chop them up, take a little at a time and chop them up, but chop them up nice and fine, so that you get that perfect Snicker bar. So if you like today's recipe, then don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up by clicking on the thumbs up icon that you see below the video. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and become a part of Akshata's recipes. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you soon. Take care guys. Bye.